We Have Concerns is made possible entirely through donations from listeners like you. A little can go a long way. Visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to lend your support.
Do you think much about socks?
Strange that you asked that, because I've always said that if I had an obscene amount of money, like ridiculous, stupid amount of money, the dumb thing that I would want to do is never wear the same pair of socks twice. I love the feeling of brand new out of the package socks.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Haunted houses. Are you into haunted houses?
Love
Do you
a good
dig
haunted
'em?
house.
Yeah.
I grew up in Orlando, Florida, where they have Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights and a lot of cheesy roadside attractions that are haunted houses or have a haunted house element. So yeah, I love them. I love them so much.
I dig them too. I think they're fun when you sort of surrender yourself to the moment. You're not too cool for school. You go in and you're really looking to have a good scare or just going to participate in the whole event.
Yeah.
I don't like those people that go into them and are trying to be, like, oh, nothing can scare me. I know. Oh, I know you're back there. People are trying to like undermine it.
That's like, why do that?
I know.
That's
It's like going to the magic show and telling everybody next to you how the guy does it.
It's like, it's like going to a restaurant and being like, I know someone made this.
Right.
I know someone made this. I know what's in this food. Hey, I know what's in this sauce. It's not that great. I can make this sauce. I have ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, everybody could make the sauce.
I know this is a shallot. Okay?
You shouldn't put your finger in that.
This is something it's like it's in like the garlic and onion family. No, I know it's a fucking shallot. Come on.
No one's trying to fool you, Harold.
Come on.
No one's trying to pull one over on you.
Soup. But that's what it feels like to me. It's like, oh, well, then don't go to a haunted house then, asshole.
Right. Well, there was an example of a haunted house that is pretty scary, or at least it was scary this year.
That's the one where they use real knives. Have you heard about that?
The one where they use real knives?
I can get you into that house. You want to get into that house?
The real knife haunted house?
Yeah. You heard about that one, right?
What do they do with the knives?
Dude, whatever you want. If you want to get in there, I can get you in there.
Like chop up some delicious food for me, and then I'll have like
sliced. Dude.
No, what do they do with those knives?
Yeah, you seen an Eli Roth movie? They'll let you hold the knife.
They'll let me cut somebody?
Yeah.
I can cut someone?
Dude, there's so many things to do in LA, and people don't appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. There's a whole LA to discover out there that you don't even know about.
Cut your buddy's subculture?
There's some good haunted houses in LA. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this is an article that was sent in to us by Grace White. I'm not sure if we're pronouncing that correctly.
Grace
Huite?
We're just not used to having pronounceable names.
Grace White.
So now we're second guessing ourselves.
This was to our Gmail account. That's wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com, where you can send articles yourself if you're so inclined, or on our subreddit, wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. This is something that happened this year in Waukegan, Illinois. This is a yearly haunted house that happens. Oh, the fun that is always had every year. Unfortunately, this year,
it's really haunted.
Well, maybe.
Oh, there's a real ghost.
Maybe next year there will be, because
goodness.
This year on Halloween, 71-year-old man walked up the stairs into the haunted house, got to the top of the stairs, had some sort of health issue, leaned up against the wall, and expired. He died.
Oh.
2 weeks went by where everyone in the haunted house thought he was a prop.
Okay. Clearly a horrible story.
Sad.
Very sad. Also,
Hilarious?
That's poor haunted house management.
Well,
who's running that haunted house? Like, you should know every detail of your haunted house if you're running that thing right.
It's funny you bring that up, because Lynn Graham, one of the husband and wife team who runs the haunted house, says, we have so many props up, I guess I thought Hank put him up there, and he thought I did.
Oh, so it was just a wacky misunderstanding.
Just, you never know who's putting up the disembodied, corpses and demons.
I thought that he was letting an old man rot.
And I thought she was the one who just ignored the horrible, horrible odor.
And when the police came, I was like, no, he's responsible.
Right. No, and hilariously, I looked at her and I was like, "What? What, you crazy bitch? I would never have allowed that to happen. You allowed a man to die and rot for 2 weeks in our home."
And anyway, we're divorced and both in separate prisons now.
Yes, it's a funny story.
Do you want to hear the one about how we met? This actually says a lot about the quality level of their haunted house, though.
Yeah.
Can I just say that for a moment? That must be a good-looking haunted house.
Top-notch haunted house.
Because really,
Because if a real dead body blends right in, you're doing solid work.
especially after 2 weeks.
Dude, you should hear some of the stories. So first of all, Hank, the way he found out, first of all, he's like, the tickets came up short when we counted out the receipts at the end of the day. One missing. I don't know. It was the first or second night of the attraction, the beginning of the month. Okay.
Also, the Ouija board in the Ouija room
was
kept
going
saying
crazy.
trapped here, and no one was touching it. And that I thought was a little odd.
A little different.
Because normally you touch a Ouija board, right?
Yeah. I mean, I thought...
We have so many props. I don't know how they all work. But I felt like normally you touch the Ouija board and then it gives you a message. But this kept saying, help me find my wife.
I'm stuck here. Please, the horror.
Yeah.
Another great little story.
Yeah, these are all great stories.
Hank said there was
just,
this little...
just amusing little anecdotes.
There was this little boy, this 6-year-old boy, told his parents he was very frightened in the haunted house because an old, dead, stinky man was on the second floor. And when Hank heard the little boy say that, he thought, oh, great. If kids are this scared, we're going to have a heck of a year.
Oh. Mom, I thought the haunted house was really scary.
Well, I'm glad. That's money well spent.
It was too scary for me.
What was the scariest part?
There was a part on the second floor where a man came out of the wall and said, I can never rest as long as I'm here.
Honey, the second floor is just where the restrooms are. The haunted house doesn't go up there.
He came out of the wall and everything started shaking. And he said, only you can see me because you're pure of heart. Somebody, please help me get to my final resting place.
James, are you telling stories again?
And then he said,
James?
if it's okay with you, I'm going to get inside of your body and we'll cohabit your body until my final business is done on this earth.
James, you're talking in the voice again. James, am I going to have to accompany you to the restroom?
My body must be removed. Also, I can't have dairy.
Yeah, so this the same evening as the little boy, 6-year-old boy, 31-year-old Susan Johnston screamed in terror when she thought she was touching a prop dummy and felt an actual dead body.
So is she the one that finally was like, this is a fucking human being?
Nope.
Oh my
It still
God.
lasted. Listen to this.
Wait, so she touched it. Oh my God. How long was he there before she touched him?
Well, it was 2 weeks. Well, it was 2 weeks that he was there. I don't know.
I know. But like, was this day 1 she touched him or was this day 14? Because dude, there's like a big difference.
No. It was deep into the experience.
Oh, this is horrible.
He said that people were running out. Both of the women's children vomited because of the smell.
Yeah, at what day did the smell make them think that maybe something was wrong? That's the thing. Even if it looks like a dummy, you get to a certain day. Gosh, you get to a certain hour, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking like
It gets bad,
It
dude.
gets real bad.
So she told them to be careful as they went through, but her little daughter, I think she touched him and knocked him over, and his arm literally ripped off his body.
No!
Blood and other bodily fluids got all over my daughter's jacket
No!
and in her hair. And my son Ricky got some sort of slime all over his hand.
No! Ricky! Not Ricky! Oh, Ricky, why? Oh, God, Ricky!
Yeah.
That's
said,
awful. That's a nightmare. That's my nightmare. This is my nightmare.
My favorite line from this whole article is, people ran from the building screaming, but not in a good, fun way like you'd expect from a place like this.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification.
There was a subtle difference in tone that I noticed when the people were running screaming from the haunted house.
2 weeks, a horrible smell that was making people vomit, and an arm falling off of this thing before anybody thought anything was out of place. So, like, okay, no, I've come around on this again. I thought, okay, well, that makes sense within context of the environment. But no, here's what I'm thinking now. Mummy, werewolf, Jack the Ripper, old guy in Dockers?
Yeah.
There's something thematically off here.
Right. Like you don't get the feeling that you should expect it to just be a regularly dressed dead body in the haunted house. It's like a normal looking.
Yeah.
Like it's great. Come to the haunted house and see the terrifying grandpa exhibit. See your own grandpa staring blankly at you, leaning in the corner.
No, he looks like me, and it makes me confront my own mortality sometimes.
Do you want him to give you $1? He'll only give you nightmares.
$1 doesn't even buy anything anymore. He's so out of touch with the times.
Your grandpa smells weird before. Just wait until you smell him in the haunted house.
There's no difference. Except there are multiple grandpas in one place. It's kind of like an exponential thing. But it's oddly comforting because, once again, it is the smell of my own grandfather. But it's also weird because, once again, mortality.
Did your grandfather tell you that things nowadays cost an arm and a leg? Well, he'll show you in real time.
You went too far because they actually did pull a leg off a dead body, Jeff.
Yeah, no, it's true. An arm fell off
Yeah.
and a leg. It was pretty terrifying.
This is something, we've talked before about the how our brains are just these filters,
Yeah.
And how we are basically like, we're looking for patterns and we're looking for things to fit into the patterns, and anything that can reasonably fit into the pattern of our day, we go, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It
this
belongs.
is supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And also, you're going into a haunted house going, they're attempting to scare me.
Yeah.
So anything I see here that's out of the ordinary is just part of their attempt to scare me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I think, though. They say they don't know if this guy had a heart attack or an existing illness. Here's what I think. I think this guy is fucking awesome. I think this guy knew on some level he was ready to go. And it was his last bit of
Tibetan
energy.
yogi style?
His last bit of life force and energy he channeled into getting to the top of those fucking stairs. And he knew he was just going to make it into that haunted house and show those fucking kids one way or another. He just got to the top of those stairs and just died with a smile on his face.
Every year, those fucking neighborhood kids would egg his house and dress in costumes and scare him and his wife.
Yeah.
And so he said, you know what? When I
last-
go out, I'm going to scare them forever.
It's going to be a lasting psychological damage, and it's going to be fucking worth it.
Plus, if you're going to haunt a place, do you want to haunt a haunted house? Pros and cons.
It's like putting a hat on a hat.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because here are two things that go on. If you know that you are going to be a ghost and you're going to walk this plane forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go, there are pros and cons. You can go pretty much unnoticed in a haunted house, right? Like, if you just wanted to hang out and not scare the shit out of people.
It's like hiding in plain sight.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you were a ghost that just wanted to be kind of chill, a haunted house is kind of a cool place to do it.
That's true. Yeah.
Also, I bet they're closed most of the year.
That's true too.
So you get a lot of it to yourself. I don't know. It feels like a good strategic move for haunting. It's good haunting strat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it takes a lot of the effort out. Like you only have to haunt a much smaller surface area because they're doing a lot of the work of scaring people in other rooms.
Other people are doing it for you.
Yeah, they're like setting up things. It's all fake, sure, but when you bring your real A game, you can sort of phone it in.
Well, because I feel like they're ghosts as I picture them. I think the majority of ghosts, which number one, there's no such thing, but I think the majority of ghosts are ghosts that can barely affect things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the ghosts are like, oh man, we just hear these weird wailing sounds or whatever. Like it's not Korean horror film ghosts.
Right.
Like that's like some real high level ghosting. So if you are like standard ghost,
Yeah, you could use a
Hobbyist
little
goes.
help. You could
Not
just-
everybody goes to the major leagues, Jeff, but you can go to the batting cages every weekend and still have fun.
Yeah, you're like amateur ghost.
Yeah, you like to ghost, but like, dude, you don't like love it, and you don't want to ruin the love of the hobby by ghosting all the time.
Right. I mean, you spent your whole life working hard. In your death years, you should really be able to just sort of part-time it.
So that's why, like, being in a haunted house, people are setting everybody up. People are also psychologically primed.
Yeah.
You can do like a little bit. You can do like whatever trick it is you're good. Can you wail? Can you rattle chains? Whatever it is that you have.
It's like
you can
if you're going to tell jokes,
Yeah.
you don't want to stand on the street corner and tell jokes. You want to go into a club where people have come to hear comedy. They're ready to laugh, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to try to just scare somebody who isn't in the mood to be scared. These people who have lined up for hours.
You want a friendly audience.
Yeah, you got to know your audience.
Exactly. If I guess a haunted house is a good place to haunt. If you were going to haunt anywhere, where would you haunt?
Well, I feel like haunting a carnival would be pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
Carnival
good.
ghost.
Haunted carnivals.
Because then you get some cool entertainment, and then you get to scare people.
Yeah.
Haunting a ship. I like haunting a ship because people are stuck there, can't get away. That's kind of fun.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Castles are always great.
Castles
just for
are great.
the mise en scène.
I want to haunt a DMV.
Haunt the DMV.
I want to haunt the fucking
You're just
DMV.
a fucking masochist.
Do you know what's Do you know why?
You're just mean.
Because they're trapped in there. They can't leave. Because if they leave, because they made an appointment 3 weeks in advance, and it's going to take 4 hours for them to be seen. And it's like, I want to see psychologically what is more damaging to people. Will they stay because they have a number, or will they leave because there's a fucking ghost? What is more miserable? The DMV and going through the process multiple times, or a little bit of ghosting?
I think this is the opposite of haunting a haunted house. This is a place where people are going to be like, listen, I don't have time to get scared. I got to fucking renew my license.
I don't want to scare people as a ghost. I want to annoy them. I want to really just annoy the shit. I want to knock clipboards out of people's hands.
You want to be the
why
are you hitting yourself ghost?
Pens.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you
just
hitting
like
yourself?
every time you try to do something, I just knock your hand so your numbers aren't in the little blanks. They go out of the boxes.
You're just preventing people at the DMV from passing their eye test.
Yeah.
By like obscuring, blurring out letters.
I keep switching it. I switch the little discs. Oh man. Go haunting a DMV.
You know what?
I want to know where you guys want to.
You're the ghost that makes everybody's DMV photo awful. You're like, that's the reason. We figured it out.
Oh man,
it's supernaturally affected.
You were smiling. I delayed the shutter just a little bit.
You looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I mussed your hair. I got inside your blouse and added 10 pounds to you.
That's solid. Maybe all DMVs are haunted. We want to know what you guys would haunt if you had the opportunity to haunt a place. Let us know on Twitter. I'm at @acarbone.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
You can hashtag those with learner's permit. And then, hey, if you enjoy the show, why not consider supporting us on Patreon?
Yes, that is how the show is made, and you can visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to find out about all these special goodies that we'll give you, extra perks, bonus materials. Check it out.